Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Amanda. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And every Monday I do a series called Coffee and a Card. So you can go and grab a coffee and come and make a card. I'm just going to have a slurp of mine. It's very early in the morning, so I need it today. Right, so we're going to make a really easy card. It's so easy. You know, even I can do it. So, it's not my idea. It's not a new thing. It's quite an old design that I have borrowed from Pinterest. So I'm not claiming it as my own. But it's so simple. I just wanted to share it with you. And I'm showcasing Flirty Flamingo, which I just think is such a fun colour. What a fun name, Flirty Flamingo. And as with all of the Stampin' Up products, you can get everything that matches. So we have the ink. We have the DSP, which if I just show you is double-sided. We have the cardstock, and then I'm going to matte the cardstock with white, which is Whisper White. So everything matches, and because I'm keeping it with just that one colour, it's just going to look so amazing and so easy. So we start with a piece of DSP, which has been cut. It is 12 inches by 5.5 inches. Okay, so if you remember that measurement, I'm going to start putting all of these on my blog. I'll leave a link below, so all of the measurements will be there. So please go and join my blog, because every time from now on I do a video, I'm going to put the measurements on there. And for the matting and layering, you want a piece of coloured cardstock cut at 3.5 inches by 5 inches, and then your white is cut at 3 inches by 4.5 inches. I've pre-cut them to save time because I do waffle a bit. So there you go. Then you want to get your, just move your cardstock out of the way, get your DSP, and on the long side, get my score tool, which is actually in its right place for once. So on the long side, we are scoring at 2, 4, 8 and 10. So 2 inches, 4 inches, then we're jumping across to 8 inches and 10 inches. Super easy. So take that off there. We can put that away because that's all the scoring we'll be doing. Just find a rule if you've got time. Go and find a ruler and a pencil, because we're just going to do a little bit of marking and measuring. Now, you fold your score lines. Fold all of them. No, we're going to have it like that. Sorry. So you fold in and out. Okay, with your score lines. So you find them at the other side and you fold in, and then your other score line goes out. Where's my score line gone? Oh, it's too early in the morning for this. I'm not even joking, it's so early, it's ridiculous. Right, have I done that right? There we go. Oh, that should be flush against there, Amanda. I've got an extremely bright light shining in my eyes to give you guys good video quality because it's so early in the morning, so it was a bit difficult for me to see my own score lines then. But basically, you're doing 2, 4, 8 and 10 and you're folding it in on itself like that. Okay, then you want to open it up and you want to find your halfway mark of your paper, which, because this is 5.5 inches, your halfway mark is, I believe I did write it down, 2 3/4. So let's find 2 3/4. I do work in inches, ladies. Always work in inches, me, I'm afraid. I need to learn how to, I do know how to convert them. It's just that my brain just isn't really prepared for that kind of difficultness. First thing in the morning. 2 3/4 is about there, so just do a very gentle line in pencil that, you know, you could rub it out if needs be. And again at the other side, 2 3/4, which is there. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut from that line there, which you've just measured, which is 2 3/4, up to the top of this first score line, which is here and here. Okay, so you could join it with your ruler and cut it freehand, which is might be a good idea for me this early in the morning, I don't know, but I'm going to try and do it on my cutter. Let's see how we go. So you're lining up your score line there, and then I want to put on the part where I've marked, which is there. This might not work very well because my cutter's not... Let me move it down a bit. There we go. So that's where my blade slides. And that is my mark that I've made. So theoretically, if I am super careful, that should work. It might not work, but you're getting the theory. Okay, I'm learning. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it right. I'm trying to show you how to do it. And then line up there with my mark and line up to the main crease line there. Okay. Now you save these bits, don't discard them. So there you go, you're folding in and you've now got this. It's now revealed the back side of the DSP and you've got that kind of a action going on. Now what you do is you get your scraps, okay, you turn them round that way and you stick them on the bottom part of your card like so. Okay, so we're going to do that now. I've got some glue. Oh no, where's my glue? I was so ready, I had everything cut and now I don't have my glue. Oh, there it is. Disaster. Right, so I don't even know if I've got any left. Yes, I have. Right, so we gently glue in the scrap. Well, the offcut, it's not a scrap because we're going to use it. Gently glue in the offcut and then line it up from that score line there to the edge of your paper there. Try and get it nice and flush. You've already got your score lines in there, you see, so it'll fold back nicely. So that's one. Just move it a little, manoeuvre it a tiny bit. There we go. And I'm going to do the other. I'm even in shock. Oh, I'm not sure doing this so early in the morning. I should have filmed this last night, but I was really busy working all day yesterday. And I just didn't get a chance. But I do love doing the coffee in a card. I find it great fun and it seems to be getting really popular. Ladies and gents really love it. So I'm going to continue. And it's a good way for me to practice my card making. So there we go. So then fold it. It should fold nicely in like so. Just give it a press. Give it a bit of a hand if it needs it. And there you go, you've got that kind of action. Oh, I've got a slight mishap there. I've not cut that one perfectly straight, but never mind. Now you get your matting cards and you glue one on top of the other. I'm going to use glue. I've run out of fuse. So I'm going to glue that onto there very quickly. And obviously you take a lot more time when you're doing it yourself. It's an easy technique, not difficult at all. Okay, and just move that out of the way a minute. I'll try and see why mine's not lining up properly. I've not cut it straight, have I? What a nana. Oh well, I'll alter it. I've not quite cut mine straight, probably because I've got an inferior paper trimmer. So I'll just trim that off, it's not a problem. Where's my scissors? Oh, it's all going wrong. I was doing really well. I was doing really well and then I decided to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator and it all went wrong. I'm just going to peel that back and trim it because it will bother me. Oh, do you know, I should have stuck to lace. Oh dear. Should have stuck to lace and trims. I'd never have had any of this trouble. Right, we're right now. Just a minor adjustment. It's fine. We'll learn to measure at some point. And then I'm going to glue this. This was meant to be a really easy card. I'm making it look far more complicated than it is. But, again, it's just showing you the technique. You go away and you do it right. And measure things properly. I can't always understand. Sometimes I've heard other ladies say it. You know, you line up your paper and it still don't cut straight. I don't understand what goes on. So there we go. That is your basic card. And then it's just a matter of decorating it. Now, the one that I saw the lady used butterflies and it looks really pretty. So I'm going to do the same. And I'm using the Papillon Potpourri. I'm going to use this small flowery one because it'll match the flowery DSP. Right. Flirty Flamingo. There we go. So I'm just going to gently ink my stamp up. And it's going to stamp nicely and not ruin the inside of my card. Or I'm going to have a Benny. Yay! There we go. So there you go. Make sure that's dry. So then you fold in your card up. And what I've chosen is a sentiment. And it's one that I know fits in my label punch. Decorative labels. And it's in the designer tin of cards. And it's this one and it says sending love. You could use any sentiment. And if you don't have a punch, you can just cut it out rectangular. And then just mat and layer it the same as this. So you don't have to have loads of things, ladies. Right, let me get that stamp out, which is from Designer Tin of Cards, and it's this one. I'm going to stamp it onto some Whisper White. It's well used, is this stamp, because it's one of my favourites. I'm using the Flirty Flamingo again. Let me just make sure it's going to stamp nicely before it's not too bad. A bit more ink. And I'll stamp it quite far in because I'm using the label punch. So I need room to... And I'm also going to do another butterfly. I should have room on the same piece of cardstock if I do it in the far corner. Move those out of the way. And then, oh, I've just blobbed ink on my... Oh, let's hope it cuts out, gets cut out. Oh, there, just be careful you don't get ink on your fingers and then blob it all over your card like I just did. But I've got away with it. I generally do. Generally get my way through. And then I want my itty bitty butterfly punch, which I'm going to now punch out. And this video should only be about 9 or 10 minutes long, and I bet it's about 15. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch out another of the labels in the Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to double them over. It just adds, because I don't have a label border stamp, as it were, it can leave the edges of mine looking a little bit plain. So what I like to do is just double them up like that with the coordinating cardstock underneath. It just works nicely. And get a couple of dimensionals. Stick them on the back. Let me see. Like so. I don't want them over the other side of this because I don't want it to stick on the other bit of the card. So we find the centre. Am I even in shadows? Find the centre. Put your sentiment on. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown in a minute. Where's my butterfly gone? There, get your butterfly. And then you can just curve the wings. I know what I'm doing really. Curve the wings like so. Small glue dot. And attach it to the edge of your sentiment. I might have it there. Shall I, or shall I have it there? Oh, I don't know. I could have it where I want, can't I? I'm going to have it there. And I might just jazz it up with some rhinestones. But then again, I might not, because I don't know where they are. They're on my desk somewhere. Here they are, panic over. And so I'm just going to come in with the basic rhinestones. And use my paper piercer. There's no way I can pick those up at this time in the morning. Can't even cut straight. Never mind pick up diamantes. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one in the middle of the heart there. I've done that before and it does look really pretty. And I'm also going to put, I think you can do, I think it's about 3 you need for the centre of a butterfly. Just cut a strip of 3. Oop. Down the centre of the butterfly. And there we go. We got there in the end, ladies. Woohoo! I managed it. So there's a really easy card for you to try. I've just stuck that to there. A really easy card for you to try. It's really pretty. It is a nice card. Make sure you cut your pieces straight. Mine is okay now. I've altered it slightly. And you can do them in all sorts of colours. I think that they might well be my customer cards this week if I can learn to cut straight. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, ladies. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.